Hey there, everybody. I hope you're having a great Wednesday. And my name is Lisa Rose. I am a love and dating coach, and I'm the founder of Deeper Love, Better Sex. And one of the things that I help my clients do, kind of as the foundation for any deeper work, is something that has really helped turn around my relationship with myself. There's this phrase that we're all familiar with. It's called self-love, and we need to love ourselves before we can really have a healthy relationship. And we need to love ourselves before we can expect somebody else to really fully love us. But what does it actually mean to be fully loving and in love and tender and kind and considerate and gracious with yourself? So this is something that I've been exploring a lot over the course of the past years, actually really a lot of my life. And recently I've been reflecting on the way that my vibration and my kind of energetic broadcast, how much that has to do with how I'm being relationally with myself. So let me break that down a little bit. Dude, if you're listening to me now, if you're watching now or you're watching the replay, this is something that I want to really encourage you to play along with me on this. And of course, if you're here, I'd love for you to say hi, introduce yourself. So let's start with this. Think about somebody that you either have currently or have had kind of a contentious relationship with. You think about them and you notice that your body gets a little tight. Maybe you get pissed off. Maybe you have judgments. Maybe you think about the ways that they've wronged you or betrayed you, or something about the relationship that doesn't feel good. Right? And notice the thoughts that you have when you think about that. Hello, Karen. And also, what's the energy that goes along with that? So for me, fortunately, I don't have a huge number of people like that in my life, but I do have one. And when I think about this person, hey, Teresa, nice to see you. When I think about this person, I can kind of get going with some energy that doesn't feel fabulous. I notice that my body constricts. I notice that I get up in my head. I notice that I kind of grab hold of a story. And it's not my most open and receptive and loving vibration, right? So I want you to just kind of feel that as a baseline and then sort of shake that off. Just let that one go. And now think about somebody who you just love. You have a really great rapport with. You're always happy to see. You feel loved by. You love them. You like them. You laugh with them. You know, like whatever it is that kind of lights you up. Just kind of take a big dose of that, feel into that. And I notice that I immediately, it's like all my circuits start to open. And I feel more relaxed and receptive and open, and it feels entirely different, okay? So here's how this relates to self-love. If I am feeding myself energy of beratement, judgment, shoulds, what I did do, what I shouldn't have done, what I never will be, why can't I, how come I don't, you know, it's like I've got myself in an assault of negative energy. I don't imagine that that is going to leave me feeling my most radiant and vibrant and open and expectant, which is kind of the state that we want our vibration to be, because that's the vibration of manifestation, right? So here's the good news. We can flip that switch any time by just doing these things. First of all, just noticing, like, if you were in a relationship with somebody and somebody had a video camera on and they couldn't hear the words, but they could notice the quality of energy. Thank you so much. Notice the quality of energy in the transaction, right? Is there like loving energy being broadcast? That's the quality of energy that we want to be dosing ourselves with all the time, because it's a very powerful energy to be manifesting from. So there's a couple specific ways. These are things that I recommend to my clients. These are things that I do as part of my daily practice. I'm just going to throw a few of them out at you. You can pick and choose. You may have your own rituals and ways that you like to love on yourself. One of the most powerful ones is looking in the mirror and really seeing ourselves and saying out loud some kind and affirming words. It can be about how you look, or any way that you think you rock, or something that you're proud of yourself of. I mean, great sort of prompts are, I love you for, I'm proud of you for, I forgive you for, what I appreciate about you is, right? Have you guys ever done this? Anything like this? So that's one way. And then another way is to take really good care of yourself during your day, especially if you hit a curveball, or if some really strong feelings come up, or if something happens that kind of, startles you or gets you off on a train of thought that doesn't feel particularly good. Again, if you go back to that video camera of you and a friend, are you likely to be mean and condemning towards somebody who you love who's having a difficult moment? Or are you more likely to show up with kindness and compassion and curiosity and tenderness, right? So we can make those same choices. I can make those same choices with myself throughout the course of a day. And here's what I've noticed. The more warm, loving, and kind I am to myself, the more my manifestation stuff just is like it blows out of the water, because it has to do with how I'm feeling. Now, what does this have to do with dating? Okay, so a lot of my clients, they come to me, I work with a lot of single men and women. And, initially they're like, I'm not meeting the kind of person I want, or they're not sticking around. I'm not going on any dates. I'm not getting asked out on second dates. There's this kind of theme of discouragement and disappointment. So when we start to address this kind of energetic vibrational shift, and they start really loving on themselves, it is amazing who starts to show up. And this is definitely the case in my own life. I notice that, I do that stuff pretty consistently. And I can definitely tell because people show up in my world who I'm really happy to see and enjoy. I don't have people in my world who are like projects or bummers or downers. But anyway, I want to circle back to this around dating. It also means that when there is something that is disappointing or upsetting, that it doesn't have to take you all the way out. You don't have to make a big story about what it means about you. It just means that you had an experience that was disappointing, and you're going to shift your vibration, come back to really loving on yourself, and get excited about what's going to happen next. So I want to invite you to try out that exercise, that practice. Super simple. You can do it while you're brushing your teeth. You can do it while you're putting on your makeup. But it's really nice to make some contact, see yourself, actually let yourself register, and just love on yourself. And saying the words out loud is much more potent than just thinking them. So if you do this, put something in the comments about what you do, what you notice as a result, what happens in your vibration, and what starts to show up in your life and in your world as a result. If you catch the replay, I do go back and read and respond to all the comments, so I'd love to know how that goes for you. And you guys can find me at deeperlovebettersex.com, and I also host a really sweet group here on Facebook called The Love Room. If you are single and not liking the results that you are getting out in the dating world, and you would like to be excited about dating, please reach out to me. That's one of my specialties. And in the meantime, I wish you all a love-filled, high vibration day. Bye for now.